All right, we are on the second part of lesson 4. And right now we're going to talk about annexing a zero. Annexing just means that we add a zero. If there's not enough decimal places in a product, we annex zeros to the left. And it's going to show us this in an example right here. So first it shows us that there are 3 decimal places for this top number and 1 on the bottom. But our answer ended up being actually 0938. But when we add these up, we had 4 decimal places to move. So what they did was they went over 4 places and they put an extra 0 to go in front of that. So if you don't have enough zeros when you go to move your decimal place, you just have to add them in. I know it seems ridiculous to add numbers that aren't part of the problem, but you have to have enough to move that decimal place. So if we look here, we've got 1, 2 places, and 1, 2, 3. So 2 plus 3, we have to go 5 places. So 5 places. Then we're going to multiply. Again, if you need to, pause and multiply whatever way works best for you. 5 times 3, I'm going to ignore these 2 numbers. 5 times 3 is 15. Carry the 1. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 1 is 13. 3 plus 0 is 0. Plus 1 is 1. I'm going to put my 0 down to move over. And 5 times, I don't know if I did that, yeah. This is throwing me off. I need to put a line there. There we go. Okay. I kept looking at this 5 thinking it was part of this and it threw me off. Alright. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 goes down, 2 goes up. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 2 is 22. 5 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. Alright. We can add them up. We've got, now, why wouldn't I continue to do this? The 0 times zeros and all that. It would make my problem really long, wouldn't it? The reason I'm not is because 0 times anything is 0. And it's not going to, it's just going to be more zeros that you don't add anyway. So you don't have to do those. Only if they're on the left side. Now, if it was in the middle, if it was 503, then we would have to. But because they're all the way to the left, we're just going to add the zeros in our final answer. So we add up, we've got 5 plus 0 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. 2 plus 1 is 3. 2 plus nothing is 2. 5 decimal places, that's what we need to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have to put in a 0 and add a 0 at the end. Again, if you don't, now, if we would have done this 0 times 0, 0 times 0, 0 times 0, and our problem would have been really long, then we probably wouldn't have had to add these zeros in. But it's a lot of extra space that we don't need because they don't mean anything. So we can just skip doing these 2 zeros and add the zeros in the answer. Alright, let's try this one. 0.45 and 5.3. Now this one, it looked on my paper like this was a decimal, but it's not. This is straight multiplication. So multiply it whatever way works for you. Traditional method is taking 5 times 3, which is 15. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Put a 0 down to move over. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 2 is 22. Add them up, we get 5, 8, 3, 2. So, what we're doing here is multiplying related whole numbers. So it's just showing you what that would look like if there wasn't a decimal place. Now, if you moved 5 decimal places, what is the number? So if we took this and moved 5 decimal places, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we would have to put a 0 in. Is the answer the same? What is the number? 0.02385. 2, 3, 8, 5. Is it the same? 0.02385. 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 Is Yes. So that's a way you can check. You can multiply regularly and add your decimals and annex your zeros, and then you would know that you are correct. All right, I want to give you a minute to do the got it problems. Please take a moment to pause, try these out, see how you did, and I'm going to give you the answers to those in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you did them correctly, for D, you would have gotten 0.0128. If you didn't get it right, check with your elbow partner, figure out where you went wrong. Letter E, you would have gotten 0.0533. And C, you would have gotten 0.0798. Once again, if you didn't get those right, call me over, check with your partner. Make sure you're checking your addition. A lot of people just goof up on their addition and it throws the whole problem off. Okay, once you're done, we are going to go on to our guided practice. And it's going to give us an example first up at the top. And it says, a certain car can travel 28.45 miles with 1 gallon of gasoline. The tank can hold 11.5 gallons. How many miles can the car travel on a full tank of gas? All right, it does the multiplication for us in the old system, the old traditional way. And then it shows 2 decimal places, 1, so we would go over 3 decimal places. And it says our actual answer is 327.175 or 327 and 175 thousandths of a mile. Since 327 and 175 thousandths is close to 360, the answer is reasonable. All right. So what they did was they estimated to get the 360, and then they checked it with the real multiplication. This is your actual. The full tank would get you exactly that far before you run out of gas. All right, let's try this guided practice. Now, it's going to be difficult for me to go through this guided practice because you all multiply different ways. So multiply whatever way you can. And I'm going to show you, if we did, let's try lattice for this one. For all you lattice people that love lattice. 0.6, 0.5. Make our lines here. All right. 0 and 0 is 0. 6 and 0 is 0. 5 and 0 is 0. And 6 and times 5 is 30. Well, this looks pretty darn easy so far. Now, we're going to add down to the bottom here. 0. 0 plus 3 plus 0 is 3. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus nothing is 0. So, you get 0, 0, 3, 0 as your answer. How many decimal places? We've got 1 here, 1 here, so you're going to go over 2. So your answer would be 0.30. You can leave that second 0 on if you want, but you could have just even written or 0.3. Zeros before or after they're not going to make a difference in the value of that number. Okay, so you can leave them out or put them in. It's completely up to you. Zoom in just a little bit here so you can really see that well in case you got stuck. All right, let's do 27 and 43 hundredths. This is going to make a big lattice problem because I don't know if I have enough room for all the squares. So I'm going to do this let's see, I'm trying to figure out which way would be the easiest. I think I'm going to do it traditional. All right, this is going to be a long problem. 9 times 3 is 27, carry the 2. 8 times 3 is 24, plus 2 is 26. I almost wrote 27. Put a 2 up. 3 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. 3 times 1 is 3. Done with this one. Gonna go down. 4 times 9, cross those off so I don't get confused. 4 times 9 is 36. 4 times 8 is 32. Plus 3, 35. 4 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. And 4 times 1 is 4. And I'm done with this one. I got to put 2 circles down. 7 times, I'm going to erase these so I don't get confused. 7 times 9, 63. 3 goes down, 6 goes up. 7 times 8, 56, plus 6, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. 7 times 0 is 0, plus 6 is 6. 7 times 1 is 7. I'm done with that one. I got to move over 3 places because I got to have the first one land there. 9 times 2 is 18. Carry the 1. 2 times 8 is 16. Plus 1 is 17. 2 times 0 is 0. Plus 1 is 1. 2 times 1 is 2. Alright, add all this mess up. 7. 6 plus 6 is 12. Carry the 1. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Notice that I add in whatever order works for me. I like finding 10, so like 8, 9, 10, 13, 16, 17. Let's see, 6 plus 1 is 7, and 7 and 7 is 14. 15, 16, 17, 18. 7, 8, 9, and 2. Goodness gracious, that's a long one. Alright, how many decimal places? We got 1, 2, 3 for this one. 1, 2 for that one. So we have a total of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our answer, 29.87127. What a long one. That was a long one. Alright, I'm going to stop here. If you have any further questions or you need me to go on more, please let me know. The reason I am stopping is because we have 4 different ways that we multiply in our class, and I just don't feel like this is going to be very productive for you to watch me do traditional and go back and forth between different ones. So, if you're having trouble multiplying, let me know. The decimal value, all you need to do when you get to the end of a regular multiplication is figure out how many decimal places in both numbers, add that together, and move over that many decimal places at the bottom. If you don't have enough, put in those zeros. All right? Any questions? Let me know. Make it a great day.